accepting somebody, it's just, you have to have a change in mentality if you're not there. It's got to be so genuine. That's why I take detailed notes on everybody that I'm interviewing, because it has to come from a place where they actually believe you think those things about them, and you actually believe those things that you are saying to them. It's so important. People can tell that, and they can feel that. They can feel if you're being genuine. So I had to make that switch, and I had to make that flip, and I had to force myself to really dive into people and figure out, why are you going to be successful? Why is this a good fit for you? Why is this a good fit for us? Why can this be mutually beneficial for both parties? That was a big change for me in that sense. Now, with the acceptance, and I always say I have this checklist in my mind. You know, when I'm interviewing somebody, now I've got this checklist that I really want to see somebody hit. And you know, this job's not for everybody. This job isn't for everybody. Not everybody is a good fit for the position. Not everybody is mature enough for this job. But when you and I were talking, there were some things that really, really stuck out to me about you. And as you were speaking, and as you were promoting yourself, I was just kind of going down my checklist in my mind, and you were really knocking them off. You know, I want to work with people that are motivated. I want to work with people that have been successful in other things. You know, you told me about your experience in sports in high school, whatever it is. But I used my little checklist in my interview, and I said, you nailed this. You are exactly what we look for. You are the exact person that I want to build this thing around. You're somebody who can come in and fill one of our gaps by one of our students that are leaving. I think you'd be a perfect fit for this job. Handshake, these last three things were really what felt game-changing to me. It was preparation. So handshake, congratulations. Man, I'm so excited for you to be here. Seriously, I cannot wait for you to meet the rest of the staff. I can't wait for you to meet the team. They're awesome. You're going to fit in right with them. So a couple things. I want to go over, I have a couple ideas with training. I'd like to get you started sooner rather than later if we can. I have one thing for you to take home and work on. I'm going to come back to that. And then I have something for your parents that I absolutely want you to share with them, and I'll cover that too. So, when's best for training? Figure out training time, go over reminders. As you're going down your reminders, you hit brainstorm practice list. I have them always put a star next to that. Finish the reminders and say, awesome. So there's one extremely important thing that I need you to work on when you go home. So remember when I was talking about Jenna in the interview? And that's why you've got to use personal stories. So you say, well, you remember when they don't know who Jenna is. She's a name with a number next to it. But they're like, oh yeah, Jenna. It's like, hey, you remember Jenna? So yeah, Jenna, remember when I told you kind of how she had asked me, how do I get off to a really fast start in this job? How can I crush this? And I said, hey, the number one thing you need to work on, Jenna, is bring a big list of names and numbers. This is it. And then I take out that veggie peeler sheet with the top 50 on the back. So I laid that in front of her. I said, this is the number one thing. Our top reps, they go hard on this. They put a couple hours into this. That's exactly what Jenna did. So a couple things with this list. The minimum amount that everybody brings is 25. I circle that. And most bring 25 to 35. And I circle 35. I say, now our top reps are ones that really look to get off to a bit of a faster start. And then I star 50. I say, bring 50. And how Jenna got up to 50, and I'll tell you how she did this. She went home, and she kind of bribed her mom a little bit. And I flipped the sheet over, I say, she kind of bribed her mom a little bit. She said, Mom, if you can help me get 50 names and numbers on my list, my manager gives me a free peeler when I come to training, and I'll give it to you. And she's like, her mom loved that. She ate that up. She sat down with her mom. She sat down with her dad individually. She went through their cell phones. There were a couple directories she had at the house. All I'm saying is, she sat down and she worked really hard on this list. The biggest avenue was sitting down with her parents, and then she saw it with some friends, parents from school, sports, some of those things as well. So, do you feel comfortable and confident with the minimum of 25? Perfect. And then depending on the sharp, if they're a sharp rep, whatever it is, cater it to them, right? If you know they can go bigger, if they just graduated high school and they had played sports for all 4 years, talk to them about how to get over 50. But cater it, I'm not going to do that right now. Because this part, I felt was really key, this next one. So the next thing that I have for you is a parent take-home packet. Now I have this packet for your parents for a very specific reason. I've worked with a lot of students, I've worked with a lot of parents over the years, and when you go home and you sit down and you talk with mom and dad about the job, you're going to get one of two reactions to the job. And the first reaction is if they know about Cutco already. So again, back to Jenna, who you know very well now. Back to Jenna, when she went home and told her parents she got a job selling Cutco knives, well, her family's known Cutco for like a decade. When she told them that, they were like, oh, heck yeah, we're going to get discounts now. And they were like really excited that she was a part of it because they'd seen a Cutco demo. They'd sat down with a rep who was paying their way through college. They already knew the program, so they were really supportive. If your parents know about Cutco already, they'll have your back. Now, if you go home and your parents have never heard of Cutco before, they're going to have some questions. Like for me, when I went home and I told my dad I got a job selling knives, I got the exact opposite reaction to that. He's like, the hell, you got a job selling knives. And like, it was all coming from a really good place. I understand that now, but at first, he had a ton of questions. Because he'd never heard of Vector, and he'd never heard of Cutco. Like, rightfully so as a parent, he was going to have questions for me. So, if that's the case, and when I say that, guys, a lot of them are like, oh, that's not going to be my parents. And I'm like, that's perfectly fine. All they're doing is they're coming from a good place as a parent. They just want to make sure you're with a good job. With a good job, with a good company, with good managers, somewhere where you're going to be taken care of. A couple concerns my dad had. He just did not want me going door to door. Didn't want me cold calling people. He didn't want me to have to buy something to get started. He didn't want this to be like network marketing or a pyramid scheme. So I say that, and he's like, he did not want this to be a network marketing or a pyramid scheme, so when I was able to help him with that, he was much more comfortable. Did you ever get that, where you have a rep call you back after the interview, and they're like, this is a pyramid scheme? You're like, wait, where were you? It wasn't my interview. So I handled that right there. And then the number one thing I did with him was I went through this packet with him. So a couple things in the packet. It's got kind of our company structure, what we stand for, People Products Programs. It's how you get started, how you get paid. Next page here goes over the ongoing development, career opportunities. Oh, this is a great read. I want you to read this too. This is Leslie's story, talking about her experience through college. Please share this with your parents. Cool. And then this last page, this was kind of the kicker for my dad. I was in DECA in high school. And you guys know how there's all the student programs that we work with? DECA's right there. I put a star next to it and I say, I was in DECA in high school. So when my dad saw this, he was like, oh, this is real. So, yeah, I'm trying to tell you that for 10 minutes. So he just needed more credibility. So if your parents are in that boat, don't be mad at them. They're coming from a good place. Share this with them. And then you have my phone number right here. If you need anything, just call me. You're on the team. Congratulations. We're really excited to have you. I take them to the 10K Fast Start wall. I say, this is our 10K Fast Start. I'll show them the Common Paycheck Wall of Fame. I take them to the 10K Fast Start wall. And I say, hey, remember that wall I was telling you about? These are them. These are 27 girls and guys. Now, all of them, extroverts, introverts, major extremes of both. Now, the number one thing that all of these guys had in common, if it's something that you were even thinking about, number one thing that all these guys had in common, they had 40 to 50 plus names and numbers on their list. Not saying that if you get 40 to 50, you're guaranteed to sell 10,000, but if you do, you're setting yourself up to have a really good start to the job. So, way out to congratulations again. We'll see you in a couple days.